Buying the wrong truck after 60 is not just about wasted money. It is a decision that can hurt your back, your knees, and your independence. Right now, there are seniors out there driving trucks that are quietly making their lives harder. The step is too high, the tailgate is too heavy, the seat puts pressure in all the wrong places, and nobody at the dealership warned them. Last year, thousands of older drivers ended up with shoulder strains, knee injuries, and falls, not from highway accidents, from simply trying to get in and out of their own truck, from reaching up to pull down a tailgate they could no longer manage. The truck you drive after 60 either keeps you active or it slowly wears your body down. And here is the part most people will not say out loud. By the time a senior realizes their truck is the problem, the damage is already done. The fall already happened. The shoulder is already torn. The back pain is already showing up every morning. So today we are looking at 3 trucks that doctors, safety experts, and long-term reliability studies actually stand behind for older drivers in 2026. Not because they look tough on a commercial, because they make sense for the way your body actually works after 60. If this kind of honest, no-nonsense advice is helpful to you, hit the like button right now. It only takes a second, and it helps more seniors find this video before they make the wrong choice at the dealership. Trucks that actually make sense long-term. Stay with me until the end, because the #1 pick on this list is the only truck on the market that feels as easy to get into as a regular family SUV. Doctors say that one feature alone could be the difference between keeping your independence and losing it. Truck number 3, the 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie, or Limited. For a lot of seniors, the dream is simple. To the camper, to the lake, pull the boat out one more season, spend time with the grandkids without worrying about the truck giving up halfway through the trip. But here is the problem. Most full-size trucks built for towing are also built to make you climb. The step-in height on a regular full-size truck can be 22 to 24 inches off the ground. For anyone with a hip replacement or a bad knee, that is not a small detail. That is a wall. The Ram 1500 in the Laramie or Limited trim solves that problem in a way no other full-size truck does. It comes with active-level air suspension. At the push of a button, the entire truck lowers itself almost 3 inches to meet you at the curb. You are not climbing up into the cab. The truck is coming down to you. Once you understand how that works, you start to see why doctors who treat older patients keep pointing to this truck. Strain on your hip joints during entry and exit is one of the most common ways seniors hurt themselves in their own driveway. Lowering that step-in height by 3 inches is not a luxury feature. It is a real medical benefit. Once you are inside, the ride is what people call the Cadillac of trucks. The air suspension also smooths out potholes, rough roads, and railroad crossings. For anyone with back pain or arthritis, that smoothness adds up over a long drive. You arrive without the stiffness that other trucks leave you with. So the cabin is quiet, the seats are wide and supportive, heated and cooled options come standard at this trim. The controls are physical buttons where your hand expects to find them, not buried inside a screen full of menus. And the towing capacity is still there. You can pull a real camper, a real boat, a real trailer, without any compromise. The accessibility score for the Ram 1500 with air suspension lands at about 8.5 out of 10, which is almost unheard of for a full-size truck. The only catch is the price. This is the premium pick on the list. But if your budget allows for it, and you actually need real towing capacity, the Ram 1500 is the only full-size truck built around the body of an older driver. Truck number 2, the 2026 Toyota Tacoma Limited Hybrid. Toyota redesigned the Tacoma for 2026, and a lot of the changes feel like they were made with older drivers in mind. The first thing you notice is the seating position. In the old Tacoma, you sat low, almost like you were on the floor of the cab. Your knees came up higher than your hips. For anyone with back or hip issues, that position turned into pain after 20 minutes. The new Tacoma raises the seating position in a real way. Your hips and knees are level. Your spine stays in a natural shape. Long drives stop feeling like a workout. But the feature that actually surprised me is something Toyota calls the Power Close Tailgate with knee lift assist. Here is what that means in real life. You are coming back from the garden center with 2 bags of mulch in your hands, or you just loaded groceries and your arms are full. With most trucks, you have to set everything down, reach up high, and pull down a heavy tailgate. That motion is one of the leading causes of shoulder injuries in older men. With the new Tacoma, you just nudge the tailgate with your knee, the truck closes it for you. No reaching, no pulling, no torn shoulder. 6 months later, Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 comes standard. That includes pre-collision braking, lane keeping assist, and a feature called proactive driving assist. This one is worth understanding. Most safety systems wait until something is about to go wrong and then react with a sharp alarm or hard braking. Proactive driving assist does the opposite. It quietly takes a little speed off when it senses a curve coming or when a vehicle in front of you slows down. It feels less like an alarm and more like a second set of eyes helping you drive. For older drivers whose reaction times are not what they were at 40, that quiet backup makes a real difference. And then there is the Toyota part of the equation. This is the truck people keep for 200,000 miles. The resale value is so strong that some buyers joke it is a savings account on wheels. If the day comes when you need to stop driving, you get back a real chunk of what you paid. The Tacoma Limited Hybrid is the most powerful Tacoma ever built. But for seniors, the real story is the comfort, the safety, and the reliability. It is the truck you can buy and stop thinking about. Truck number 1. The 2026 Ford Maverick Hybrid. This is the truck that doctors, physical therapists, and orthopedic specialists keep recommending for older drivers above everything else. And the reason is simple. The Maverick is the only pickup truck on the market that feels as easy to get into as a regular family SUV. You do not climb into a Maverick, you slide into it. The step-in height is roughly the same as a Honda CR-V or a RAV4. Your hip and the seat are almost level. You sit down the same way you would sit down in a chair at the kitchen table. For a senior with knee arthritis, a hip replacement, or any kind of balance concern, this single feature changes everything. The leading cause of injuries among older drivers is not crashes, it is falls during entry and exit. The Maverick almost eliminates that risk on its own. The accessibility score for this truck is a perfect 10 out of 10. But the Maverick is not just easy to get into, it is a smart truck to own. The hybrid version delivers around 40 miles per gallon. That is unheard of in a pickup. You fill the tank less often, which means fewer trips to the gas station and less standing around in the cold or the heat. The engine is smooth and quiet. There is no jolt when you pull away from a stoplight. For passengers with any motion sensitivity, that smoothness matters more than it sounds. The bed is still a real bed. You can haul mulch, lumber, fishing gear, the things a truck is supposed to carry. The towing capacity handles a small camper or a utility trailer. For 90% of seniors, that is more than enough. Ford Co-Pilot 360 comes standard on every Maverick. Pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and lane keeping assist. Everything you actually need is included. You do not have to chase down expensive option packages to get the safety features that matter most. And here is what brings it all together. The starting price on the Maverick is thousands of dollars less than almost any other truck on the market. It will not drain your retirement account. It will not lock you into payments you regret. It is honest, it is reliable, and it is built around the way your body actually moves. For 90% of senior drivers in 2026, the Maverick is the most logical choice on the road. Before you walk into any dealership, do this. Take a real test drive. Get in and out of the truck 5 times in a row. Not once, 5. See how your knees feel. See how your shoulder feels reaching for the tailgate. Check every mirror, every blind spot, every button. The salesperson is selling you a truck. You are buying back your independence. Drop a comment below and tell us which one of these 3 you are leaning toward, or which truck you are driving right now and how it has held up over the years. Your honest experience helps another senior make a better decision today. And if this helped you in any way, hit subscribe. We put out exactly this kind of plain, practical advice every week. No hype, no sales pitch, just real guidance for staying safe, independent, and behind the wheel for as long as you choose to be.